Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times.
Welcome to Healthy Living with Ms. Renee the Barber. So glad that you could join us again. Now, if you are new to this channel, welcome. If you are returning, thank you for staying with me. Alrighty now, you know the housekeeping rules. Let's get it in. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Share, comment, and don't forget to hit that like button. Alrighty now, you got your water. You know this is a Healthy Living channel, so you need your water. We always begin with our water. If you don't have your water, hit the pause button, go get your water, and when you return, we will be here. Alright, you ready to do this together, Cindy? Alright then. Cindy, you didn't laugh this time when we did that.
I didn't.
Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. All right. All right, let's do that one again. All righty? Let's do it together. My favorite word. You know I like to pop it like that. Now, you've been watching these videos long enough. No, you know I like to pop it like that. All right? Alrighty, so if you've seen the first series of this videos on how we're going to get through the holiday season, especially if you're on a healthy lifestyle path or a weight loss journey, then we're here, Nurse Cindy and I are here to help you get through it. Now, we did an introduction to Nurse Cindy, and I'm going to post that video right up above, so you just hit that tag and it'll take you to the video. But right now we're going to continue on with our set of series of just different topics that we're talking about to help you get over the hurdle and those barriers, those valleys, so that come when we get past the holiday season, you'll consider yourself an overcomer. All right, then? Yes. All right. Now, in the previous videos, I just wanted to mention to you that I did mention to you that Nurse Cindy and I work together at a school, and Nurse Cindy is a school nurse there. And what is your title? I'm sorry. What did you say?
Program nurse.
Program nurse at the school, and so I started at the school maybe about 5 years ago. I didn't know Cindy at that time, and I don't know if it was that year or the next year, but one day I did see her in the hallway. She was by herself, I was by myself. I was walking down the hall, and I said, she looks like she's lost some weight. And you know, how do you approach someone like that? Well, with my personality, I just said, hey. She did. No, I said, it looks like you're losing some weight. And she said, well, I've lost about 30 pounds. I mean, that was amazing to me. That was amazing. Something I should have been doing back then. But I was not mentally prepared back then. But Cindy, how did you, at that point, what made you want to lose that 30 pounds? And how were you feeling at that time?
Oh, I felt terrible when I had the 30 pounds. I felt horrible. And I was introduced to Dr. Shady, the alkaline approach.
Yes.
And I studied him, and I had all the information I needed, and I began that journey. And that's how I lost the 30 pounds. So I know it's pretty strict.
It is. I mean, I know who Dr. CB is. I know he has a lot of valuable information.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that he had a strict diet. He does have a strict diet.
Well, there are things that you can eat. It's a list of foods that the recommended foods. Yeah. Yeah. So it's pretty strict. But I followed that. I did that for at least 6 months or so to a year. And
Okay.
Yeah,
And so you did lose 30 pounds.
I did, and I felt great
Okay.
at first. And I started feeling, a lot of aches and pains and just uncomfortable.
During the time that you were on that
when
program?
I lost the weight, yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know what was going on, but I wasn't encouraged, and I did fall off, and and I started eating unhealthy again.
So were you the one telling me about your vitamin D deficiency?
Yes.
So was it during that time?
Yeah, during that time, my doctor, I had some blood work done, and my physician tested me and said my vitamin D was extremely low. So that was the beginning of that. So I got back on the vitamin D supplements, and I was able to. I took a multivitamin. I was able to get myself back on track, but I did fall off.
Okay.
That was kind of discouraging for me. Yeah. So
now, just a word of caution that if you feel that what were your symptoms that you felt that your vitamin D, you were deficient in that area? Was it aches and you said aches and pains?
Yeah, I was very fatigued.
Okay.
Really tired.
Okay.
The aches, my joints, I just felt really stiff. A lot of pain with that. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So I just want to mention, if you're feeling that way, I just want to give a word of caution, because I don't want you to run out thinking that, oh, let me get some vitamin D real quick, because you can get that over the counter.
Yeah, but it's best to get
right.
tested.
Yes,
Yeah.
Go to your doctor for approval, because is it different levels? Like you may need you need to get the right diagnosis if that's the issue. That may not even be the issue.
Exactly.
So you need to get doctor care for that.
Absolutely, because I had put myself on a whole lot of vitamins and a lot of things that I didn't need. And my skin suffered. I ended up having horrible skin breakouts. I didn't know what was going on until, I had to kind of get myself balanced, detox and get myself,
And anytime you start a new program, you do need to have doctor care, to make sure that because the doctor then can look at your documented history and give you better advice and direction on what's good, because not everybody's good for not everybody's good for Weight Watchers, not everybody's good for ketos.
Right.
Well, we talked about that, Cindy. You talked about there's different body styles, different body types, and ketos may not be the program for you. I mean, only you can determine that.
And when you get really familiar with your body,
you got to know your body.
Your body will tell you what you need to do.
Right. You have to listen to your body. Right.
Yeah.
And it's just like now that we're in the holiday season, you know when you're eating too much sugar.
Oh,
you know. And sugar, I don't know if it's an addiction. I don't know if you would call it.
I would say yes.
You call it you would think you could call it an addiction?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say that.
I would say, see, sugar to me is like it's like a happy. Well, maybe that is an addiction. It puts you in a happy space. You get that sugar, you just be like on that sugar high, and what happens is it tastes good, so then what? You want more.
That's right.
And then you want more, and then you want more. Yeah. And so right now, our concerns, especially with processed food, they add more salt, sugar, and fats in those foods to lower the prices and to make them taste good.
Yes.
And then once they start when they get that level where they taste good, now you want more. And what happens is then when it comes to like I talked about last week on one of my videos, you don't even want the natural sugars that you find in fruit and other products.
That's right.
You want that processed, man-made, added sugar. Okay? So we've got to cut back on our sugars, cut back on the salt, cut back on the fats. Okay. So you did the alkaline. It was successful.
Yes.
And then you lost the 30 pounds.
Yes.
Right? And that was good. And were you doing that over the holiday season?
I did.
Alkaline? So how'd that work out over the holiday?
It wasn't bad. I was able to just eat, the greens, because it's absolutely no meat.
Oh, really?
No.
Okay, yeah, what am I saying? Oh, really? That's what I'm kind of doing. I'm not on Dr. CB or an alkaline diet. I'm doing what my body is saying
That's
to do.
it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't that bad. I was able to eat a plate of greens. I made greens, but I just didn't put any meat in them.
Okay.
And I seasoned them. You know, you have to be careful. You can't do normal salt. You have to do the pink salt I used.
Well, let me just mention this. Salt to me is just salt. I don't care if it's a pink Himalayan or white salt or whatever kind of salt. Sea salt, all of that. Hey, salt is salt. Watch that intake.
Yeah, I would agree.
Okay, yeah.
I would agree.
So, then you've also tried the ketos. Did you do the ketos over the holiday?
No, I didn't last very long with that one. So,
Okay.
because it was absolutely no carbs.
No
you know,
carbs.
like low to no carbs.
Mm-hmm.
And high fat. So, I didn't really feel good. You know, I kind of really listen to myself. So, if I may lose the weight, but if I don't feel good, I'll kind of let that go and try something else.
So listen to your body, really, because your body is amazing. And
Yeah.
it has full of wisdom.
Yeah.
It'll let you know exactly what you need to do.
Exactly.
If you feel like you need to see a doctor, then see the doctor. See the doctor, okay? Now, I want to tell you that I had an amazing, one of my most memorable, amazing Thanksgiving maybe about 10 years ago.
Okay.
Let me see. No, let me see. I'm trying to think of the year. It was in the early, new millennial. It was 2005, 2006. Yeah, it was right around that time. Yes. And it was Thanksgiving, and my brother and his wife had joined, probably about that August before Thanksgiving, they had joined Weight Watchers. Okay, and I guess there was bonus if you get people to join with you. So they encouraged me to join. At that time, my weight was about 270 at that time, because I had my children. And I started the Weight Watchers in September, and then by that Thanksgiving, I had lost about 20 pounds.
Okay.
And I was doing well. Both my brother and his wife, they were doing well. So we decided, I think it was my sister-in-law, actually, who decided to have a Thanksgiving dinner, but it was going to be a Weight Watchers Thanksgiving dinner. So we stayed in compliance, in their perimeters, in their boundaries. And at first, I'm going to tell you right now, when she said that, I'm like, here she go again. That's what I was thinking, right? Here she go, okay? Thanksgiving, you're supposed to have mac and cheese all of whatever your favorite dish, pecan pies, all that stuff, So you're taking that away, but okay, I'll go along with it. And so that day, I forget what I brought. I think I brought some fresh cranberries. That's what I made. And anyhow, but when we sat down for dinner, that was one of the best Thanksgiving dinners I think I've ever had. Really.
Awesome.
We had the turkey. We even had mashed potatoes, because Weight Watchers, allows you to have, I think, a cup. It's been, like I said.
Yeah. So you need that balance.
That's what it is, Cindy.
It's a balance. I mean, I think when you restrict yourself too much, some people are disciplined enough to achieve these goals and stick to it. But then there's people like myself
and me. Yes.
I like everything.
What's your favorite dish during the holiday season?
I like lasagna.
You?
I do. I like lasagna.
You like the pastas, huh? And the cheese.
Yeah. I like my pastas. I like my cheeses. I like all meat. Period.
Awesome.
So,
yeah. So here's the difficult part then. What do you do now? I'm going to have to cook for my family. I'm going to have to cook. And I want them to be happy. Now here, I've raised them to eat a certain way.
Yeah.
And it's not the lifestyle that I'm doing now. So I'm going to have to make, my son is coming in, I'm going to make him a big pan of macaroni and cheese because he loves that.
Yeah.
I think I can get away with not making the German chocolate cake, okay? And but he's gonna want turkey and greens and the gravy, the stuffing, all of that stuff. He's gonna want all of that.
Yeah.
So my plan is, like you said, I'm not gonna deprive myself, but I am gonna balance. I am gonna eat some of that, but I'm gonna have to know that I'm gonna get on the wagon right away.
Yeah.
Now my problem right now, or is not a problem, is during the holiday season. Sweets, I don't think is going to be a problem
Right.
for me.
For me
Because
too.
I think I've kind of overcome that.
Yeah.
But like we were saying, and like Cindy and I agree, it is an addiction.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to be careful with that because one, like my friend was saying this morning, a little piece of sugar hanging off your mouth or off your lips, hey, it's over.
Set you off.
It will set you off. And,
Yeah.
the more you taste that, and you'll want more and more and more and more. So just stop, because if you can't control it, then just stay away. Just try to stay away. And that's okay.
So you know what I do?
What do you do?
I've implemented some of my daughter's ways. So
Okay.
Basically.
And wait a minute, how old is your daughter? Because she's a teenager.
She's 18.
Yeah, she's 18. Okay.
And she buys, Hershey's bars, like the candy bars.
Mm-hmm.
When she wants a chocolate fix,
Okay.
she'll take. It sounds crazy because she's this big.
Hold that up, Cindy. How big is she? Wait a minute. Hold it over there. Wait a minute. Right there. She's like that size, okay?
She'll take a little piece of
Cute
chocolate.
as she want to be, too.
Yeah.
Cute as she want to
She'll
be.
take a little piece of chocolate out. She calls it emergency chocolate.
Emergency chocolate.
So when she's craving something sweet,
Mm-hmm.
she'll take that little piece of chocolate, and it's satisfying. I tried it; it works.
Okay. So you take a bite or you eat the whole bar?
Well, Hershey comes with the
They're already divided.
yes.
Okay.
She breaks that off when she wants something sweet.
And she's satisfied.
She's satisfied. I've tried it and it works.
Okay.
It works for me.
And I'm not an authority on dark chocolate, but I think it does have its health benefits.
Yes. Yeah. Dark chocolate does. She doesn't like the dark chocolate.
Okay.
She
likes
does the milk chocolate.
The
but-
milk chocolate. Okay. All righty then. Well, that's a tip for some of you who are watching. Okay. All right. So, did we talk about the ketos? We talked about the ketos.
Yes.
Okay. So we're good on that. Okay, now let's talk about some exercise. Now we know it's winter out, and one of my favorite exercises, as you know, is walking. I love walking. I've been walking a long time, and I like to bike ride. And as you know, I'm preparing for the winter months with my Gazelle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've been on it a couple times, but to me, ain't nothing like walking. Now, at this time, I do not want to, at least I don't think I want to, purchase a gym membership. So what, I don't know what alternatives I have. What do I have? What do you have?
What I do is I love music,
Mm-hmm.
and I will cut my music up and dance for 30 minutes each night.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I've implemented that back into my regimen. I had fell off, but I've been doing that for the past couple days.
Okay.
So,
That's
it works.
30 minutes a day?
Yes.
Okay.
30 minutes a day to get my
Awesome.
heart rate up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal.
I'm sure in that 30 minutes you do break a sweat too, don't
Yes.
you? Yeah.
Yes, and I'm having fun.
Mm-hmm. And it's the kind of music that you like,
Yeah.
right? Your
Yeah.
music, right?
Yeah.
And you probably wear a headset or blast it loud
Yeah, either
or whatever.
Yeah, either or.
Mm-hmm. That reminds me of another Thanksgiving that I spent. That triggered a memory not too long ago, about 5 years ago. Myself as well as my two children, we went to my cousin Janet's house. Hey, Janet! Okay. And after the dinner, Janet said, let's go in the basement and let's do some line dancing. And so we went down in the basement and she turned on YouTube. And the benefit was that we worked off that Thanksgiving dinner as well as we learned some new steps, some
That's
new
it.
line dances.
Dancing is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So maybe that's something you
And
can
anybody that knows me knows I love to dance.
do. Really, Cindy?
Yeah. Don't you see me at the
Awesome.
Christmas parties?
No, I've never been to the Christmas party.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, what do you do? Line dance or you do? What do you do?
I like house music.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I like house music. I'm a house head. So
Okay.
that's all I need.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So, of course, with exercise, either exercise that day, get up in the morning and exercise, like Cindy said, sometime during the day. I did a video not long ago, and I'll post it, but try not to exercise like getting your heart rate up right before you go to bed, because if you need to fall asleep right away immediately, then that'll delay that, you falling asleep quickly. Okay, so.
And another thing, I
Okay.
don't eat after 7. I don't eat after 7,
Okay.
7:30.
Now that kind of falls into almost like intermittent fasting.
Yeah, I tried that too.
How you like that?
I did well with it. I don't know why I stopped intermittent fast. I don't know why I stopped.
So in intermittent fasting, for those of you who may not know what it is, but it works on a 24-hour period.
Yes.
So you choose to eat during a certain time. Most people eat like the 18, is it 18:4? No.
16:8, I think.
16:8. So you eat for 8 hours, but 16 hours you do
don't.
not. It's like you fasting.
Yeah.
But you incorporate that sleep time. That sleep time is incorporated in that
Absolutely.
16 hours. Right. And it worked for me. I did that. And I lost, I think, about 40 pounds. And that's when I was working in the barber shop. And I didn't really know I was doing it, but I didn't know it was intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
I just was so busy during the day. I just did not have time to eat. And I lost the weight because I would eat only from, I think, 6 in the morning till 1. So how many hours is that? Is that 7? 7 hours? And the rest of the time I didn't eat because I was either working at the school, get off at the school, rush over to the barber shop. Once I closed at the barber shop, I did my videos, post those online, then I went home and went to sleep. That's so I don't eat when I cut. I mean, can you only imagine trying to eat when you cut and hair popping everywhere? No. So intermittent fasting to me does work. And the good thing about intermittent fasting is that, and it's been around for centuries, okay?
Yeah, it has.
But the good thing is, let's say you get hungry. I don't know what your hours were, Cindy, but let's say you get hungry about 12 o'clock. And you know, like you're intermittent fasting, let's say you fast from till 1 in the afternoon. So you don't eat until 1 in the afternoon. That's when you break your fast.
That's right.
So at 12 o'clock, you may get hungry. You look at that clock, you say, I only got 1 more hour. I can make it. That's the good thing about intermittent fasting. Yeah. So that's awesome. Now, tell me what kind of foods. Now tell me, what kind of foods do you like during your Thanksgiving dinner that you have found an alternative for that you like?
I like greens and cabbage. I've learned to incorporate the cauliflower rice instead of regular rice.
I've never had the cauliflower rice.
Yeah, I love it. And I like basmati rice. It's a little bit healthier than normal rice.
Okay. Now, where can you find that?
Basmati, I bought that at Aldi's.
At Aldi. You know, Aldi's coming up.
They are coming up.
As far as healthy choices,
Yeah.
Aldi's got some good stuff.
Yeah. Salads. A lot of salads. Instead of all the heavy stuff, I like the dressing, and if I do, I don't give it up. I just eat a very small portion.
Okay.
Of the dressing. Mac and cheese, my kids love the mac and cheese. I still make it. I just eat a very small portion of it. It tastes pretty much enough to satisfy my palate. So
I think, I think what, I'm going to just make a recommendation or a suggestion, but that would be not to eliminate or change your whole meal plan, but maybe just take one item.
That's right.
And then substitute something in there. Just one item, okay? And off the top of my head is, I'm thinking, those couple videos before I talked about the burros, okay? I hope that by now you've had a chance to experiment or taste a burro. Now, Cindy, I gave you a burrow last week. Now,
Yeah.
tell me. Now, if you don't know what a burrow is, it's part of the banana family. It's a shorter looking banana. It's kind of square, and it's hard, like a potato. So you can make French fries. I've made French fries. You can check that video. I made, what else did I make? The French fries.
The onions and
Yeah.
burrows and onions.
Yes. Okay. So tell me about your experience with your burrow.
Well, you gave me one, and I took it home, and I made burrow and onions, and it was phenomenal. I will not be eating. I wasn't a real big potato fan, but these are very light and really good. So yeah. I'll be
Okay,
incorporating that.
so you weren't a potato fan.
No.
So what I'm saying is, now if you're gonna alternate at least one dish, instead of having mashed potatoes, maybe you can have mashed burrows. Now I've never tried mashed burrows, but that's something I may look
Incorporate,
into.
yeah, because it was very good.
And could you tell that it was not a potato?
No.
And it has
Yeah, I'll tell.
100 calories less.
Yeah.
One medium burrow has about 100 calories less than one medium potato.
And it was so light.
That's what you keep saying.
It
was
had a
light.
lightness about it. Yeah, it wasn't really heavy. It was really good.
Yeah. So, that is a suggestion. Let me see. Let's move on to. We talked about. Okay. So let's talk about cheating. Okay. So now you have your dinner, or you're out at your company event, and they have something that you want to taste. As you said, don't beat yourself up because you want to taste it, or you could be out by yourself. I mean, today I went grocery shopping. I don't know about you, but sometimes it's hard to go grocery shopping.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to eat a donut. I haven't had a donut. I can't tell you the last time I had a donut.
Yeah.
And during this time, people are so friendly and generous. They want to treat you to something. It could be a Dunkin' donut, like a dozen. You know how they put them in the nice boxes, Christmas boxes with the snowflakes on them and all that stuff, and bring them in. And then they got the carafe, the coffee, and all that. That's a caution. Stay away from caffeine too.
Well, that is a struggle for me.
The caffeine,
The coffee. And I love my coffee creamer. So what I've learned to do is I drink half a cup, and I put my creamer in. I have 1/2 cup of coffee. I try.
Oh, that's what you do.
I try. And if I have a second cup, it's usually, and it'll equal 1 cup of coffee. Instead of me having, 4 or 5. I mean, I can easily do a whole pot of coffee. I love coffee.
And see, bring that up. I'm going to talk about you, Lakeisha. I'm talking about you right there. You see me. You hear me. That's one of our co-workers. Okay, now, Lakeisha lost about 100 pounds. And she did like you. She cut her portions in half. I want Lakeisha to come on and during this holiday season and share with us, with us, how she did it. She looks absolutely amazing. You would not, when you talk about losing 100 pounds, you think you're going to have loose skin and all. I wish you could see Lakeisha. And how many kids? She got about 4 kids. She is phenomenal. Okay, that's all I'm saying. She is phenomenal. She looks good. I think she's about your age, Cindy.
Okay.
I really do. So it's not like she lost when she was younger, and she still had a lot of elasticity in her skin, but she looks phenomenal. She does. Okay. So Lakeisha, you see in this video, okay? Hopefully we'll see you. Okay, let's go ahead and close out this video, okay? You got your water? Join us for the next video. We have more discussion on how to get through the holiday hurdles and barriers, okay, to becoming an overcomer the new year. Alrighty then? You ready, Cindy? Here's the helping moment.